And guess what? I didn't do it because I'm so tired. When it's the lunch break, right between the lunch break, here I am doing a podcast. So guys, just understand, eat that frog. Get it out the way, knock it out as fast as you can, as early as you can, so that the doubt, the delusionment won't take hold.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me. My friends, I am on the road speaking at a conference here in Coral Gables, Florida. It is the Growth Code Conference hosted by Brandon Siegel. It's 4th year of hosting this, my 2nd year of speaking. This year I'm speaking twice, which is going to be pretty cool. And we just are wrapping up our first day of the conference. And there was something that was said today that I was like, you know what? I want to do a little talk with you guys on this. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So what was talked about today? Today, it's actually 3 really good speakers. 2 of them are like my accountability buddies. Obviously, Brandon Siegel, the guy that's hosting the event. Will Humphreys, he spoke as well on leadership, and it's fantastic. There's a lady named Ali Stadler. She was the first ever disabled person to star on Broadway, and she won a Tony Award. So it was just so amazing and inspiring to see someone that was paralyzed from C7 down at the age of 2 go on to do so many amazing things. And oh man, it was just absolutely amazing. Anyways, that's what we learned on day 1. But I want to share something that Brandon said to all the attendees as he did the welcome portion of the conference. He was like, listen, you got to take away one big thing from this conference. One big thing, one big action. And look, what Brandon said, I totally agree with, and I think that's what they should do. But why is it that we struggle so much with this? Like, why do we struggle so much with like going somewhere, learning all these things, amazing takeaways, and then we can't put into action like the thing that we need to do so that these conferences like pay for itself so simply? Just, that's it. Anyways, I was thinking about that, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to talk to you guys about that. I think there's a couple things, right? Like, one thing I do know is I know that like everybody's got the intention. Okay, the intention is, all right, I intend, okay, let's say I learned something. Let's say today you learned something about, I don't know, like marketing or something like that. It's like, oh my gosh, there's this really cool marketing technique that I could use, right? Everybody's got, okay, I intend to do that. Okay, great, right? And then we make a decision, right? And the decision is like, okay, like this is what I'm going to do on Monday or on Wednesday when I get back to my, my clinic or, my business. I've decided, I'm making a decision to do this thing, right? The problem comes with the discipline. It comes with the discipline, right? And I think that's where we struggle. And here's what I just believe. And I learned this from the book, Eat That Frog, okay? And Eat That Frog basically is, if you're ever gonna eat a frog, you wanna eat the frog in the morning, right? You just wanna eat it as soon as you get up in the morning. Do the hard thing, and just get it out the way. Just do it. Understanding that if you don't do that, you're gonna have to deal with the other things that will pull against you from actually executing out. The delay of doing that creates more room for the doubt to come in. It creates more room for the disillusionment to come in. It creates more room for the thoughts to get a hold of you. And it just allows for an easier way for you to not be disciplined because life gets you. That's it. That's it. And if anybody asks me, and by the way, I'm sometimes guilty of it as well, but if anybody was to ask me, how can I make sure that I just take one thing? Like the things I heard this morning, if I just took one of those things. By the way, I actually, even though I'm a speaker, I actually paid to come to the conference. And I paid to come to the conference for this reason. I paid because these are also my clients. And I want to hear what might not only with me speak, because when I'm speaking, I'm like the authority to those people, but I was like, I want to be one of them. So, I mean, the conference is not cheap. It's like $2,000 for the conference, and I paid to come. But it's just like, I think that's important. It's important to understand, like, what they're learning. What are the things that people are telling them? What are they struggling with? Hearing what their questions are, And so, yeah, but, that's one of the big things. It's like, how do you take, like if everybody just left today, I mean, the conference is 2 more days, but everybody left today and they just implement that one thing, they can get back 5 times what they paid for it. They get $10,000. But most won't, because yes, they have the intention. Yes, they might make the decision, but a lot of times they just don't have the discipline. And when they don't have the discipline, they'll eat that frog as soon as they possibly can. That's when the disillusionment comes in. That's when the doubt starts to creep in. That's what opens you up to not do anything that you need to do. So I just want to remind you guys, AI can't fix that. Got it? And automation cannot fix that. All right? And honestly, the only thing that can fix that is you. Saying, look, this is what I need to do. And by the way, as I'm telling you this, it is probably like close to 5 o'clock. This morning I was starting, the conference started at 6:30 in the morning, okay? Brandon wanted me to be at this round table to answer people's questions and stuff like that. And I said I'd be there. I went to the Miami Heat game super late last night, and I said, I was going to do this podcast episode, and I was going to do it before I started that. So I was going to wake up like 5:15, get the cameras ready, do the podcast episode and whatnot. And guess what? I didn't do it because I'm so tired, which was smart. Because I think I'm catching, you probably hear it in my voice, I think I'm catching a cold or something like that. But you know something? Here I am. I said, okay, after the coffee talk, I'm gonna do the podcast. Nope. Okay, after the first set of sessions, I'm gonna do the podcast. Nope. You know what? When it's the lunch break, right between the lunch break and the next set of breakout sessions, I'm gonna do the podcast. Nope. And here we are, me standing in front of a Target before I go in and get some Sudafed. Here I am doing a podcast. So guys, just understand, eat that frog, get it out the way, knock it out as fast as you can, as early as you can, so that the doubt, the delusionment won't take hold. I hope that helps you guys. Until next time.